TrailManor set up here at my brother-in-law's house, and I am busying myself with canning some carrots and thought I'd bring you along. So we'll go in there. My sister-in-law, Glenda, lives here in Klamath Falls, and she ended up getting 50 pounds of carrots for me and a couple of bags of apples. So I think I'm going to dehydrate the apples, and I'm in the process of peeling and washing carrots to get them ready to get canned. Cutting the ends off, and then I will peel them, wash them a couple of times, and then I'll slice them so that I can just make soups and stews kind of stuff. Anything that's not bad or has a blemish on it, I just cut off and throw away. I'm not going to even mess with trying to clean up a whole bunch. And here's what I've been working on for the first, I don't know, 3 hours this morning. And I use the edge of the sink to hold it, because if you're doing it like this, it's just up in the air. This just gives you a little place to put some pressure on it. Alright, well, I got all the carrots peeled, and now I'm just slicing them, getting them ready to go in jars. I don't know, a little less than an inch thick. And I'll get them all cut up, and then I'll stuff them in the jars, ladle some hot water, a little bit of salt over them, and then they'll get pressure canned. I'll pack the jars with them as tight as I can get them, and a little bit of salt, maybe a quarter teaspoon, I don't know what it calls for, and fill it with the hot water to, you know, the top-ish, and then put them in the pressure cooker and cook them, and hopefully I've got enough jars to do all this. So I'm going to finish up, and I'll bring you back at an interesting point. Toodles. So yeah, the truck. On the passenger side, the back tire, the bearings burned up, went out, broke, I don't know. And apparently when that happens, the axle can crystallize from the heat, or I don't understand it all. But when the guy called, the mechanic called me about it, I called my brother-in-law Frank, bawling my eyes out, because I tried so hard to avoid any problems. Never thought about this. Anyway, so I called Frank, and I asked him if he would call a mechanic and get the lowdown on it, and let me know if this guy just saw poor old widow woman, as my mother says, and decided, oh, here's a good one, we can, you know, pad our pockets. But according to my brother-in-law, that wasn't the case at all. So they have the truck until probably Tuesday. The parts, the axle won't come in until Monday, and right now it is, I think this is Sunday. Okay, so I've got everything ready. The water's boiling. Anyway, everything's been sanitized. I'm filling the jars with the carrots up to this first glass lip line. So this is my salt, with a half a teaspoon, and I'll put half a teaspoon in each jar. And once I get the water in them, I'll go back and move them around, turn them from side to side, in the attempt to release any water that's, or bubbles, air bubbles that are trapped in there. I put the lid on there to keep the water from coming out that I've already got in there. But just kind of move it around. Usually use a little poker, but this, I don't know, this always seems to be easier to me. I'll dip it in some vinegar I have back here. I'm just going to double check the edges of the jars to make sure there's no cracks, no chips, no breaks, just to double check. They all seem okay, and then I'll use the rag or the paper towel and wipe down the top of the edge so it's super, super clean. You don't want any food debris up there or your lids won't seal right. And then you will have wasted all this work and time. Put it on each jar and just close it finger tight. Do that to all of them. Get them in the pressure cooker. And when I get to that point, I will bring you back. Okay, got a double layer. They're double stacked jars of carrots. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 20 jars in there, 20 pints. Hello. I just wanted to bring you back. You may or may not know, I don't know, but I got all the carrots in the pan, or in the pot. And after it starts venting like this, I let it go for 10 minutes venting. And then I'll put this little cover called a jiggler on there. And then I'll set the time, get it up to 13 pounds and set the time because I'm at a different elevation than at home. But anyway, that's what's happening now. Just waiting. I think I've got like 5 minutes left and then I'll put the jiggler on. Okay, well it's been 25 minutes. They're dead for the time part of it. And I turned off the gas so there's no more flame. Now I just have to let it cool down naturally by itself. Okay, we're down to 0 pressure. Smells good. Yay. Right. Let it cool off a little bit and then I'll take them out. Here we go. In here pretty quick. Right now the lids, see how they're kind of bubbled? When they start cooling, they'll go concave, and that's what makes the seal. Gee, wonder who's going to get to have some of these. Whoever I pass in my travels. Okay, well, that's that. Just going to let this cool off and then I'll empty it and wash it out. And I'm done. Just in time too. My mother-in-law will be here in about 20 minutes to pick me up. So, thanks for coming along for this little canning episode. And I hope to do more along the road.